Hi, my name's Tyrone from the Loxone team, and today we're in Austria at the Loxone showhome. It's purpose-built to be able to demonstrate exactly what life is like living in a real smart home. The first aspect we look at is access control. Here's the NFC code touch. It allows me to gain access to the home using a PIN code or an NFC encrypted fob, which conveniently just hangs on my keyring. The other aspect of access control that we can have a look at is the intercom. Perfectly convenient for when visitors are expected or perhaps a delivery. Anyone who comes to the front door will be able to press the doorbell button, and thanks to the video and the two-way audio communication, I can see and speak to whoever's at the door on my smartphone from wherever I am, and if needs be, even let them in. So let's take a look inside. Now that we're inside the show home, the first room that I want to show you is the kitchen, dining, living area. It's often the heart of the home for the family, and in this show home, it's a great space to be able to show you how your home could save up to 50,000 tasks for you each year, so you can have time to enjoy the more important things in life. The lighting, for example, is automated. It'll turn on or off, and that could be based on the amount of natural light that may already be filling the room. The shading is automated for us, so the blinds could open or close or adjust position based on the position of the sun. And it's always at the right temperature as well, because the room climate is adjusted using the heating, the ventilation, the cooling, and that's all intelligently automated without me having to adjust the thermostat, for example. And that means that a real smart home is something that the whole family can enjoy, but it's more important for the whole family to also be able to interact with that home and adjust things if need be. So that's why we've developed quite an intuitive control concept for a smart home. For us, we call it the switch standard, and it's really easy for me to be able to demonstrate here on the Touch Pure, and in fact on any of the touch switches around the smart home, just what that switch standard is. There's 5 touch points on here. Center touch point would control my lighting. I'd be able to open or close the blinds, or turn the volume on the music up, or turn the volume down. And from this same switch, I'll also be able to adjust the source of my multi-room audio, or even turn the music off. Another aspect of a real smart home that's important to discuss is the lighting. It can be adjusted according to how you and your family use your home. And in this show home, we can create different atmospheres. So in the kitchen, for example, we could have bright white light over the island whilst we're cooking or preparing food. In the evenings, when we're entertaining, a more relaxed atmosphere can be created. And for later at night, when you're in the living room, a more cozy atmosphere can be created with the lighting. It's possible to be able to completely change the look and feel of a room because of the light source that you use. And we recommend different lighting sources to be able to complement the requirement for ambient and accent and task lighting. So this could be color changing LED spots, for example, LED strip, and for a wow factor, a cluster of pendulum slims. Now, alongside the lighting is multi-room audio. So in this room, we've got 4 inbuilt speakers to be able to deliver that. It's more than just being able to listen to different music in different rooms. The music system here supports integration with the doorbell and with a burglar alarm, for example. It also has text-to-speech, so in essence, you could get your smart home to even talk to you. Another really exciting thing that I can demonstrate in this show home is the touch surface. It follows that same intuitive way of interacting with a real smart home. 5 touch points to be able to control the lighting, the shading, and the music. It can be installed beneath or behind surfaces such as stone, behind wood, glass, or ceramic. And what's really cool, because it's completely integrated in the surface, I could use it when I'm preparing food, for example, or I've just washed my hands and my hands are still wet, no problem interacting with the touch surface. Next up, let's head to one of the bedrooms. So here in the bedroom, again, we can see those aspects that make up a real smart home. So the lighting, the shading, and the room climate are all intelligently automated without me having to do a thing. And it all speaks to that idea of your smart home saving up to 50,000 tasks for you each year, so that you've got time to enjoy the more important things in life. Here in the bedroom, Just next to the bed, once again, we find a Touch Pure, and it follows that same intuitive control concept with the 5 touch points. What's pretty neat about the Touch Pure next to the bed though is something called night mode. And this is activated with a triple tap on the center touch point. This is really neat when it comes to the fact that I'm going to bed and perhaps some of the lights are still on in another room or music is playing in another room. Once I triple tap that center touch point, the lighting and the music in the rest of the house is turned off, the burglar alarm is activated, and I'm ready to go to bed. If, for example, I get up in the middle of the night, perhaps I want to head to the kitchen for a midnight snack, because my house is in night mode, bright lights don't turn on, which would dazzle me or be too bright and disturb someone else that's sleeping in the house. Instead, dim light turns on, just enough to light my path to the fridge and back. Then when it's time for me to wake up in the morning, I do so naturally with the help of this smart home. The blinds open up to let in a bit of the morning sun, lights slowly start to come up to full brightness, and my morning playlist starts to play as well, all contributing to a pretty good start to the day. It's all this functionality and more that makes up a real smart home. One more important feature worth mentioning is safety and security, for that extra peace of mind for you and your family. So this includes smoke sensors, burglar alarm, and sensors to detect escape of water. Now, when your home detects one of these dangers, it starts to react immediately. So the lights begin to flash, the blinds open to make the home more transparent, an alarm tone starts to play throughout the multi-room audio, and you'll get a notification on your mobile phone to alert you. If you want to find out more about integrating this level of intelligent automation in your home, come and see us. We have free info sessions, or you could book a one-to-one consultation with one of the team. And you can find the details for those at loxone.com. Thanks for joining us today. Goodbye.